The following live stream may include adult language and themes. How can we know for sure? It hasn't happened yet. Anyway, viewer discretion is advised.
Everyone. Oh, it's all Katie. So,
Hi everyone, and welcome to Grinstone Gaming presents Once Upon a One Shot. I am your host, Katie, and I'm super excited to be here with some really great friends of mine. This is our community one shot series. If you're ever interested in playing a one shot with us, just hop on over to the Grimstone Discord. You'll see the information for that at the very end. You may have also noticed that in the opening that Han is supposed to be joining us. Unfortunately, due to some scheduling conflicts, they're unavailable today. But we will hopefully get to play with them next time, and maybe that next time will be with one of you. So thanks for tuning in. And with that, I'm going to kick us on over to our wonderful game master, Ev.
hey everyone. I jumped the gun a little bit there, but I guess I'm just super excited to be here. But yeah, thanks, Katie. I appreciate the introduction. This is my second time DMing a one shot with Grimstone, so I'm super happy to be here. I have played with Katie and James previously, but not Keegan, so I'm happy to be here with you guys. Tonight will be actually my first time playing and DMing the TTRPG for Avatar Legends. Huge Avatar: The Last Airbender fan ever since I was a kid, so I'm really excited to jump into this and have fun with everybody. I actually stream myself over at a channel called Tea House Mimic, and we love working with the Grimstone as much as we can, since we're all good friends. But yeah, I'm so
We
excited
love
for
you guys
everyone to be
too.
here. I feel like we're constantly stealing each other's players, which is just a fun game of tag, I feel like at this point. But yeah, so I hope everybody has fun with us tonight as we hop in and enjoys as we all stumble through and learn this game together.
Woohoo!
Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and jump head first into this game tonight. Just to give you guys a little bit of introduction into the game tonight, all of you are currently Earthbender students hoping to learn more. Maybe you came from different pasts, different histories, came from different parts of the entire world. Um, but now all of you are currently congregating in the city of Omashu, where a group of guards have decided to start an initiate for the youth of the Earthbending Kingdom, where if you would like to learn to be a part of the guard team here in Omashu, if you would like to learn more about forces and military, this is your chance to do it. And maybe some of you have a little bit of a hope to come across King Bumi here in Omashu. Everyone has heard of his fame especially across the Earth Kingdom. But you all are here. So at the moment, you all are inside of a small building attached to the outer wall of Amashu. You've been here for about 24 hours already, and it is early in the morning as orientation is shortly to begin. Keegan, will you describe your character
Yeah,
for us?
I am playing a young, about 19-year-old earthbender named Sun Yu. Um, he is energetic and he has dreams of becoming the champion of the Earth Rumble. He looks
Awesome.
like, sorry, he's muscular. He wears green robes, green shorts, and he's got orange headband and bracers and boots on.
Awesome. Nice to meet you, Sun Yu. As you sit there, there's a small crowd of younger folk around you, but approaching you suddenly, Katie, will you describe Savon for us?
Sure. Savine is also young. She is 17, but has the eyes of an old soul. She's seen some shit. Savine is what is called from the playbook from the games, a razor. And she was actually raised by the Dai Li to be their weapon. But she has since escaped. and you'll learn a little bit about how she got here from the last person to introduce themselves. But what San Yu, right? That's the correct name? San
Sun Yu.
Yu. What San Yu would see is a young woman dressed in typical Earth garb, Earth Nation, yeah, Earth, not Earth Nation, wow, Earth Kingdom garb. She's got like brutally short hair, like probably she's been shaving it her whole life. So it's not getting in her way. She's got one of those cute little like earthbender, like earth headbands on. It's got like the cute little like tassels on it. She's wearing some very practical pants, kind of almost like harem-esque type pants where they kind of balloon out at the bottom, but they are cinched in so they don't get in her way. And she's got like a short little like crop top on, almost just looks like a bandeau. It's got a little bit of like what you call it, like embroidery on it, so it's clearly not underwear. But if it didn't, you'd be like, is it's this very like ruthlessly practical outfit.
Gotcha.
The headband is the only nod towards trying to fit in.
Love it. And trailing closely behind Savon is Kessler. Will you please introduce your character?
Absolutely. The last character here we see is Laungu. He's definitely a bit of definitely older than these two. From an initial glance, you would say he's probably in his mid 30s. He's got his hair uh, slicked back and tied up in the end, and with a rock. He's rocking the man bun, and he's got a bit of a beard starting to form. But the way he carries himself health, you can tell he is either former military or perhaps even like a educational profession, like a teacher or something. But you also notice he is keeping a bit of a watchful eye on Savan.
Awesome. Thank you, Kessler. Nice to meet you, Laungu, Savon, and Sun Yu. Um, the three of you are kind of just in the middle of this room. It's fairly large. The walls are made of earth and stone, like a tan earth and stone. It's a little bit chilly early in the morning, as the sun starts to rise, and there's quite a crowd of young folk around you all. And it seems like we're just a little bit of bustliness, just kind of like film of excitement is affecting everyone around you all. As it appears, everyone is there for the same reason as you. There was a recruitment call out for young folk to come and learn how the guard of the city of Omashu works and to see how it works firsthand and join it for a day. Um, what are you all doing in the while you're waiting?
Um, Out of character question. We have, I thought we were all already like volunteers with the guard. But that was my, is that a misunderstanding?
This is orientation, so your first day with it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay.
I think Laungu was just kind of surveying all the younger people here. It's like, oh god, I'm getting too old for this.
I'm
um,
gonna
Go ahead.
I'm gonna walk up to the two other players and I'm gonna reach up both my hands like this and be like, "You guys ready for the first day?" And I'm just gonna hope for a high five from both of them.
Savon is just going to look curiously at your hands, and she's going to take them both and then kind of turn them, and then turn them the other way, and then put her both fingers like this and put them right in the middle of your palms.
All right, Goo Goo.
I am excited, but I'm good, thank you. He keeps his hands behind his back. And it's just like he's absolutely leaving you hanging, unfortunately.
Okay,
As
I'm gonna
soon
go
as
around and try to high five the rest of the orientation members.
Sangyu walks away, Savannah's going to start restlessly pacing in the area, like as much space as she can get, and she is obviously like scanning the space. Like, are they inside at this
They're
point?
inside a room. Yes.
So she's scanning the space. She's looking for exits. She's looking for access to high points, any like areas that she could go to. Just any. She's mapping her environment.
course, yeah. So as Savon kind of walks the room, takes a look around, she just kind of clocks a few things. She immediately understands that this appears to be like what a big room for like almost a locker room type area for the guards of Omashu, where they come and rest. There's benches around the room. There's like some earthen cupboards along the wall where you see some cloaks and robes, maybe like an Earth Kingdom bag or two with the big golden round buckle on it that you've seen Sokka carry before. Out of character. Yeah, just things like that, some pouches. Yeah, you guys are just currently in this room. It's probably a little bit larger than some of the other like rest areas for the city guard in the city, but you see that there are two doors leading out on either side of the room, out or in. But mostly it's just like a pretty standard room, and you guys know from traveling here that this is a room that is kind of attached to the Great Wall of Omashu. It's kind of towards the outskirts of the city before you head on in.
Great. When she's like paced
Mhm.
for a while, she's going to take up a position where you can comfortably see both doors, as well as most people.
Okay, yeah. And as all three of you kind of scan around the room, and Sun you start to kind of give high fives to other of the people in the room. Most of them just kind of go yeah, and just kind of give you a high five. Some of them have really dirty hands from earthbending all day, so you see like a cloud of dust when you knock their hands with a high five. A couple of them just kind of like give you a high five like this. But mostly as you all kind of look around the room, it's mostly like Earth Kingdom like kids, like youths, like or like late teenagers who are here, and there's just a bustle of excitement around the room. One of them in particular looks like a young man. He has very like light blonde hair with like a streak of black on one side. Comes running up to you all. He's wearing like this green and beige tunic over some like puffy linen pants. He's with a belt around his waist. He comes running up to you guys. He has like dirt streaks down his face. Doesn't seem to care too much about being dirty. Hey friends, are you guys excited? Oh my gosh, I've been waiting for this my whole life.
Me too.
Oh yeah,
What's your name,
dude. And he
sir?
just kind of fist bumps you, Sun you.
Absolutely.
It is so nice to meet you guys. I'm Che too. I've been waiting my whole life for this. I think this is gonna be the best day ever. I grew up here in Omashu, and I knew that the second I turned 16, I could be here. So my first day, my birthday was yesterday. I was here immediately.
Happy birthday.
Awesome. And he just kind of continues to go around around the room. All
Uh,
right. And as you guys are, oh, go ahead.
no, I'm good. I'm good.
As you guys are all standing there, just kind of chattering, with Savon kind of getting a scan of the room, keeping an eye of things, what looks to be one of the Earth Kingdom guard captains walks into the room. And you can tell that the second she walks into the room, and the whole room just kind of goes quiet as everyone kind of their eyes turn to watch her enter the room. She's wearing just your standard uniform for Omashu, and she also has a helmet with the band in front of her face, as you would normally see. She walks in the room and she crosses her arms. All right. I see you all have gathered here, and I hope none of you were late. Time is of the essence here in Omashu, and we expect nobody to be late. We expect timeliness. We expect everyone to arrive on time. My name is Maya, and today we will be taking you all on your orientation, which will include our tour of the outer wall, and it will include a tour of the sewers as well. And I hope that none of you have been down there before, because I know all of you believe that is off limits, as you should know. Except for us. So we need you all to be familiar with it if you're going to be working with us over the next week. Now, who here can tell me? And she just looks over straight at Savon. I haven't seen someone
Savannah,
like yourself around here before.
Savannah was like already like had already like straightened as soon as Maya came in the room, and as
Mm-hmm.
soon like she's very erect, and is hanging on this woman to every word. And when her eyes lock with Savant's, she somehow gets even more straight.
Maya just kind of takes that in and just kind of freezes for a moment. Respect. I like it. Keep standing tall, young lady.
Just a little
Hmm.
little hint. Her lip slightly curls and then drops immediately.
Maya just kind of nods in approval a little bit as she takes in Savon. All right, now we're going to, and she just kind of beckons without looking behind her, and several other guards kind of line up behind her. We are going to be separating all of you into groups of three as we begin the tour of the outer wall. So, if you all could, please choose who you would like to be in your group of three. Now, typically we choose these for you all, but today we would like to try something new. So, go on, quickly.
Yu's going to join the two that he tried to high five first to be like, I guess we're together, right? We'll work on those high fives.
Savan will now raise up her hands to you
Yes. And Sun
and
Yu's
high five
gonna
you.
I think I think Langu chuckles a little bit, just like, all right then. Welcome to our welcome to the group, I guess.
nice to meet you. Or again.
Incredible. Okay. As you all three kind of congregate together in your own little group, you notice that around the room, everyone else starts to kind of group off. That kind of like awkward, like, are you free? Like, are you free? Are you like, can we join your group? Like, as everyone kind of starts to separate off, um, you notice that as they do, and groups of three start to form around the room, a guard walks up to each of them, and Maya walks up to the three of you. All right, the three of you are with me today, and that means we're going to begin on the south wall. Now, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I need you all
Citizens
to
as
be
well.
ready for anything. Okay. And then Maya just kind of like salutes back a little bit.
And
All
so
right.
then Savan's gonna look at her hand and be like, "Is that too much?" She's gonna hide her hands behind her back super awkwardly.
Perfect. All right. Maya just kind of nods at the three of you. Come along. Stay close. Stay close. And she walks up to one of the cubbies, grabs like a rucksack, throws it on her back, and grabs a long staff and starts to walk out. The door on the right, going east. All right, and I'm assuming the three of you are going to be following along closely, and as you do, we are going to quickly, I'm going to show you guys City of Omashu. I know you all know what it looks like, but we're going to swap it up over here. All
There we
right, so you guys are currently on the southern wall, and you're making your way east, like around the diameter of Omashu. You're making your way towards the southern marketplace, as Omashu is known for a lot of trade, a lot of mercantile work, and the most probably notable thing about Omashu, for those of you who have not maybe seen Avatar before, is that they have mail chutes that go up and down the entirety of the entire span of the city, from the top of the city all the way to the bottom, so that people get their mail and packages on time, and that trade continues to flourish in the city. As you all are kind of walking along, Maya just kind of starts to point things out to you, and she goes, "These are the mail chutes. Earthbending lets them go up, and gravity lets them come down. We advise that nobody touch the carts as they are moving, as they can be highly dangerous and volatile, especially as they are moving down. Any questions? Anything at all? No, moving on. Okay, and she just kind of complete focus as she just starts to point out the front gate. You all are starting to walk past the front gate. She said the guard here changes every 12 hours, once at dawn, once at dusk. And we will probably pair each of you with the guard tonight after your evening supper. So each of you will be able to experience the front gate. Um, and as you all are walking past the front gate, you notice something a little bit interesting. Some people are walking through the front gate. You hear what looks to be an old man's voice say, "Hello, I am Mr. George Papadopoulos, and I'm here with my grandchildren to visit the city." Ugh.
Amazing.
And you are going to let us through, young man. And you hear him slam his staff down on the ground. And then you hear a young lady stand up next to him. Hello, my grandfather's just a little bit grumpy, but if you could let us in, that would be wonderful. Um, and then you see, after just a bit of back and forth, the three of them are let through into the city. Maya does not appear to be paying much attention to this, but she continues to fan you all along the wall as you do. Alrighty. So you guys are going to continue along as she points things out. And this goes on for about 30 minutes. You're hearing information about Omashu. She's giving you guys more information about how the guard system works and the shifts. When suddenly you all hear some screeching coming from nearby. You're nearby a marketplace when suddenly you see a large boulder fall down from above one of the buildings off of the mail chute and fall down in front of one of the marketplace stalls. And then you suddenly see a few people screaming and grabbing their carts and trying to roll them away. Maya immediately starts to focus along and she says, "Three of you, stay right here. Do not move. I need to go find out what's going on." And she darts off to the side.
Well, Savan really wants to impress the captain, but at the same time, she's immediately going to hop up on top of the boulder and see what she
Mhm.
can
Okay, yeah. So, as soon as you hop up on top of the boulder, Savon, you notice that one of the mail chutes up above you, that's kind of built into the top of the building above you in the marketplace, the side wall had popped off, and you see that one of the mail chutes is going down much faster than the other ones, as you hear like giggling and laughter
see.
as the cart just continues to move down. And as it does, you see that a trail of debris is being left behind as boulders are falling off the sides of buildings towards people. And as you kind of have a good vantage point on top of this boulder, you see what looks to be a cabbage merchant right in front of you.
Oh no.
And there is a
Those
boulder falling
cabbages.
off of the mail chute towards him. What are you doing?
Uh, I'm going to I want to rely on my skills and training for this. I think as a former earthbending teacher, I'm used to errant chunks of students accidentally sending errant chunks of earth flying. So I think at this point I've kind of learned how to stop it and ground it and like ground ground it in a nearby where it won't hurt anyone.
Okay, yeah, so go ahead and roll for me. That'll be 2d6s plus your focus
2d6s
modifier.
and rely on your skills and training is focus. What is
Hmm.
my focus? It is +2, so we're going to we might do this. 8 +2, that is going to be a 10.
10, beautiful
Ooh.
roll. Okay. So as you do, describe how you stop this boulder from hitting that cart in midair, Loungu.
So I think what Langu does is he essentially pulls up the ground beneath him to sort of
Hmm.
like reach up and grab the boulder and pull it back to that spot.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah, so as you do, the cabbage merchant, he's just like, "Are my cabbages okay?"
Yes, your cabbages are fine.
Phew, wonderful. Okay, well, thank you, young man. And he just kind of throws himself on his cabbage
Oh
crates and
right,
just kind of like,
he's ancient.
"Phew, oh, thank God." And he just kind of throws himself and rests on top of them. As soon as you stop this boulder in midair here, Loungu, you see one of the mail chute carts above you. Specifically, Savan and Sun Yu. The two of you look up and immediately notice that one of the mail carts has gone through the chute that is now busted open by the previous boulder that Laun Yu just stopped, and is about to hit the same spot where exactly Laungu is standing and the cabbage merchant. So it's falling out of midair off of the chute as we speak.
Oh no. Okay. I'll run up and I'll try to stop it. The shoots are made of earth, right?
Right.
Okay. I'll try to catch it then.
Okay.
I'll push my luck, I guess.
Yeah, push your luck. Go ahead. And that'll be a passion modifier.
Gotcha. Oh, can I use my can I whistle and call my buddy over first
You absolutely
for
can.
assistance? I'm gonna whistle, and my little fox aardvark friend is going to show up and give me help
Mhm.
by trying to push the cabbage merchant out the way.
Okay.
I'd like to oh, go ahead. You do your thing. Go for it.
Uh, First, I have to remember what this does. It says I can roll with creativity
Mhm.
instead of passion if I use it for help, which would be an
You
8 total.
absolutely can. 8 total. Beautiful. Okay,
Yes.
so you just managed to move the cabbage merchant out of the way. You push him out of the way of his cart. But the mail cart that just flew off of the chute smashed down on top of the cabbage cart.
Is there anything
So
inside of the
No.
cart?
there is actually, you see inside of it, what looks to be just like a stack of bricks. So it's just
Okay.
even heavier than normal. So everything underneath it is smashed. And
Before
as it
it's
falls,
completely
yeah.
smashed, I would like to help.
Mhm.
I'd also like to rely on my
Okay,
skills and
beautiful.
training and try to use my earth gauntlets to like grab the cabbages and scoot them all to safety.
Okay, beautiful. So yeah, a help action will be giving Keegan a +1. But he already succeeded with his roll,
Oh.
so the cabbage merchant is out of the way. So that's perfect.
Yeah, I was trying to get the
And
cabbages.
then okay, perfect. So rely on your skills and training,
Yes.
is what you're gonna do. Okay, so beautiful. So you're trying to catch the cart. All right, go ahead and roll.
Or
That is 2d6 plus your focus.
well, either whatever makes the most sense. Either catch the cart or like scoot the cabbages. I got a
Okay.
7, and then I add
Okay.
my focus is very good. That's a 9.
A 9 total. Okay, so rely on your skills and training. A 10 is a perfect hit. 7 to 9 is you do it, but you do it a little bit imperfectly.
Okay.
So Savant, as you run in, are you going to be stopping the mail cart, or are you going to be moving the cabbage cart out of the way?
I'm gonna be trying to like grab and like trying basically sending the gauntlets in so that they'll grab it and then use their momentum to carry the cart further.
Beautiful. Okay. Yeah. So as soon as and Savon, I love your fighting style. It's so cool, like the Daily. Your earth gauntlets fly off your hands towards the cabbage cart, and you go to push it out of the way. You save most of it, but you notice that a lot of the crates of cabbages start to fall and roll. They're like tiny little barrels full of cabbages underneath the actual cabbages on the top of the cart, and they start to fall off and roll as you push it out of the way. Um, and as you do, the merchants, my cabbages!
It is
Look
required.
away.
Has to. He
Um,
just kind of starts screeching and running after the barrels.
Savon raises her hand like she was about to like ask him if he was okay, but then he's gone, and so she awkwardly puts her hand back down.
He is not paying attention to you at
Nope.
all. And Savon, you notice that all of the little barrels of cabbages have started rolling down towards a sewer grate that looks definitely big enough for them to fall down into.
She would like to try and pick up a little like ramp, so that
Okay,
the cabbages will roll harmlessly up a little and then settle back down.
sure. Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll for it. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
let's
even know what that
do rely on your skills and training again.
means. Sweet. That is an 11.
Wow, well done. Yeah, so you ramp up um the so you manage to just earthbend and describe how you do this. How exactly you perfectly
Basically,
save these barrels of cabbages.
she jumps down from the boulder, and then when she stomps down one foot onto the earth and then kind of slides it in like the same motion that of the shape of the ramp that she wants to be, and you see like the movement of the earth kind of follows the movement of her foot and glides perfectly upward, um, following her motion.
Perfect. Yeah, and as they ramp up, the barrels just kind of go up and then they slide backwards. And then you see the merchant just go Thank you, but my card is still wrecked.
You should keep a closer eye on these cabbages. They are quite precious.
Given the number of mail carts around here, it might be best to maybe seek out a different market instead of Omashu.
Well, dare you tell me where to sell my cabbages? I think I'm old enough to know exactly where I should be. This should never happen here. I have some things to say to King Bumi when I see him next.
You are very old.
Put in a good word for us at King Boomy if you don't mind. We did help you. I'll buy a
He
cabbage.
just he just like, I will never sell you a cabbage, and just kind of grabs his cart with the wheels falling off of it a little bit, some cabbages falling off. He just kind of pulls them back on, grabs his barrel, stacking them, and just kind of like
Savant's gonna
starts
look
pushing them
at
away.
Lamgu and say, "Are all merchants so rude and ungrateful?"
Not really, no.
I wonder who's fat in his bean curd.
Can I see where is Maya in view of us anywhere? Is she nearby?
Go ahead and roll to assess the situation. That'll be your creativity.
Oh, good. That's an 8 again.
An eight again. Okay, so you can ask one question that you want answered. You just want to see exactly where Maya is. That's your one question.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, yeah. So you can't see her, but you guys know that she did go east. And you all are aware that there is a guard tower positioned like every so often on the wall on the outskirts of the city, and then as you go into the inner walls, there's positioned more. So she probably went to the nearest guard tower.
Are are there any more boulders falling around us? Should we?
Yes, there is. So as you guys kind of look down towards the south, you hear like off in the distance after all of this has happened, probably within about 15 to 20 seconds, all of this happened very quickly. You hear kind of more crashing and screaming coming from down towards the south wall.
Well, we gotta go, right?
Uh,
Langu?
the captain said to stay here.
It, yes, I believe it might be best to stay here for now and trust that the captain knows what they are doing. We helped at, we helped where we can, but we are still guests here. It would be unwise to step out of line so early.
Feel so bad.
You should
Sunku wants to.
do it.
Sunyu wants to run off. I think
Do
Sunyu
it.
might hear the screaming and be like, "Fine, I'm gonna go make a name for myself and just go run off after the screams." I think, hoping they'll
Okay.
follow.
My Savant is just gonna look at Laogu and look at where Sonyu went. Ah, they should probably keep and help him out so he doesn't get hurt.
We
She'll
should at least make
understand.
sure he doesn't get himself hurt. We should at
Ugh,
least make sure he doesn't get himself grievously injured. Come
make
on.
any worse trouble. Oh, hold on. I don't want the captain to come back and not know where we are and be disappointed in us. What
We'll
direction
leave
did
it.
Sonyu go?
We'll,
So,
She's going to use her earthbending again, and she's going to inscribe in the giant boulder um, south, and an arrow, and then a frowny face.
okay.
I'm just gonna
Amazing.
take a look at the inscription. It's like, nicely done.
Thank you. And again, you'll see like she looks mildly pleased.
Perfect. All
And
right, so you guys are beautiful. You guys are running after Sun Yu. You catch up with him fairly quickly, because you notice immediately that Sun Yu, as you ran down south, in the same like parallel to the mail chute you all are running currently. As soon as you arrive at the source of the screaming, you notice that there is a home in front of you. with a young woman standing outside of it. Her head is in her hands, and you look up and you notice there's a giant hole in the roof of this building as it looks like another portion of the mail chute has fallen. And another mail cart had fallen and into the home. And the entire entrance, like the doorway into the home, is completely blocked off. And she's just sitting there, like looking around, panicking.
Oh, I earthbend that out the way for her.
Okay. Yeah, so that'll be relying on your skills and training again. So roll for focus.
That's a 4 or 5.
4, 5,
Yeah.
and then what's your
Yeah.
focus modifier?
With it's a 5 with the modifier plus
With
one.
the modifier. Okay.
Yeah.
So as you go to attempt to earthbend it out of the way, you accidentally, instead of earthbending the rock out of the way, you earthbend the ground beneath it and it
Oh
sinks a little bit, causing the walls to kind of start cracking and going down a little bit. Oh my god! Oh my god! My son is in there! What have you done? What have you done?
no. Savannah's gonna hear this as they come up, and she's just gonna run right past on you and into the house to go get her son.
The entrance is completely blocked off, so there's
She's
no
gonna
way in.
jump, try to jump up and go through the hole.
Through the hole. Okay. That
Like
is about 15 feet in the air.
she wants to like do the like the not earth pillar
Propel herself up.
necessarily. Yeah, but kind of like do like rocks up to kind of
I
like
like
kick herself
it.
up. Yeah. Like
I
just
like it.
miniature
Okay.
columns because I don't think I took actual earth pillars. So
Beautiful. Yeah, go ahead and do that. That's going to be a focus roll. Rely on your skill and training.
that is a 9.
9, well done. Okay, so as you go to
Uh, can
you like describe how you step up into the air and well, use earth to step up into the air.
So basically, as she's running, she'll like she'll start like running normally, and then suddenly like a rock, a short like little rock column will pop up. She'll leap onto that, and the next one's bigger, and then the next one's bigger, and she's just like trying to hop up the rocks, as quickly as she can.
Beautiful. Okay. So you managed to get to the top of the roof, but you rolled a 9. You didn't roll up a 10 or above. So as you get to the top and you land on the roof, the structure of the roof is already pretty weak from the crush of the mail chute. So as you step up, you don't get a good footing. And the roof kind of caves in below you a little bit more. And you hear like a small cry coming from inside the house.
Do I fall in?
You do, yes. So you slip and you fall in. See,
Should I take a
and you will mark one fatigue. Yes. So you will mark one fatigue.
Where do I
Um,
mark that?
that should be on. It
It's up
depends
on the
on your
top
character sheet.
underneath your underneath your stats.
Underneath my stats. Ah, I see it. Thank you.
Mhm. Beautiful. You fall into the home, and there's debris everywhere. The pieces of the roof, some of the earth from the mail chute is in there, and you notice a small boy, some snot coming out of his nose, kind of standing in the corner of the room with his back against the wall.
She'll look around uncomfortably and realize that she's the only one there. And she's just gonna look at the little boy. Uh, don't uh, really deal with children a lot, but I am a nice. I'm here to help you. So shh, it's gonna be okay. And she's seen people do this with like scared like animals before, and so she's just gonna follow that same like shh, shh, is this working?
Okay, I would like you to roll plead with an NPC, and that'll be a harmony roll.
Oh, I am not good at harmony, so this will be fun. Oh, that is a 7.
7, okay. He just kind of like nods, but as he nods and you hold out your hand, Savon, another piece of debris falls in between the two of you and he immediately hops back again.
She's gonna peek around the rock and say, "Peekaboo? Yeah, yeah." And she's gonna go hide behind the rock and then come out again and say, "Peekaboo,
Well,
And then
Lagu."
he just kind of starts to walk forward. All
And
right,
she'll
you
take his
have
hand.
him. You
Yep.
have his hand. Beautiful. What are you doing? You're still trapped inside the home.
yeah.
Um,
Lunku, let's clear an opening so that they can get out of here.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
yeah, so she'll just
Yes, I
hold
think.
him close and be like, "I'll protect you while our friends get us out."
Yeah,
And he just
yeah.
continues to wipe his snotty nose all over his sleeve. That's free.
She tries not to look grossed out by
Yeah.
I think. I think as I approach, I want to use assess a situation to try and figure out where
Mhm.
would the best spot be to open up to create an opening without causing more structural damage.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for it.
All right, that's gonna be with creativity.
Mhm.
Why did I suggest that? My creativity is a 0.
it. At least it's not a -5.
You know what? The dice like me. Double fives. That's a 10.
Wow.
Beautiful. Yeah. So immediately as you look at this building, Lagu, you can immediately tell that on the left side of the building, that is probably the most structurally sound part of it. As on the right side around the door, the walls are kind of starting to cave in a little bit. So that seems to be the only structurally sound wall.
All right. Some question on a 10 plus. Ask two. Okay, so with 10 plus, I can ask another one. I don't think I need to though. It does say I can take +1 ongoing when acting on the answers. So I
Hmm.
think I'm gonna use rely. I'm gonna follow up with rely on your skills and training. I
Hmm.
think maybe not as an educator, but from prior experience working in the Bossing Say Guard, or we've learned to sort of we've kind of had to act as sort of police and firefighter on
Hmm.
occasion, so like having to breach a wall in order to get people out. So I'm gonna
Hmm.
use rely on your skill on my skills and training. Get a
Perfect.
+1
And
from assess. Focus plus,
yep.
so I have a +3. So let's see. Dice, you are betraying me a little bit. It's a 4 on the dice +3. That is a 7.
Seven, hey, that still works, but just not perfectly. As you do,
Yeah, it's a
you
yeah.
describe how you open up that wall, then, Kessler.
So I think I don't want to punch inward because that could send debris in and accidentally shrapnel bomb them. So I
Hmm.
think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of like anchor my stance, like grab the wall, and then just like try to pull pull a square chunk out to make like a makeshift door.
Very cool. Yeah, so you just kind of pull out a rectangle of earth. And as you do, the as soon as you pull out that rectangle of earth, a crack kind of starts to show up right above where this was and head all the way up to the roof. But you
Okay.
picked the perfect spot because guess who was right behind that wall? Was Savan and the little boy.
All right. I am looking at the cheat sheet. It says on a 7 and 9 for Reliance Skills Training, I can either
You
accept the
do.
consequences or I can
Mhm.
mark a fatigue instead.
Right.
I think I'm going to mark the fatigue instead just because I don't want to deal with the consequences today.
Perfect. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, so describe how you stop that crack from continuing upward the wall then.
I think as I pull out the wall, like for as I pull out the wall, I think yeah, the moment I see the crack, I immediately like just slide my chunk
Very nice.
to the side and just like grab like the two ends and like try to
Mhm.
at least try to hold them together for long enough that Savan and the kid can get out safely.
Beautifully done. Okay. So as soon as you do, the wall stabilizes, the building stops shaking. And Savan, you see a way out.
Okay, those are my friends. We're gonna walk through the door now. Can you hold my hand? And she's gonna like when it's like clearly like very wet and sticky, uh, she's going to cringe, but try to smile. She's seen people do this before, and walk him through the hole.
He just like continues. He just kind of covers his head a little bit as he follows close behind, holding onto your hand. And the two of you make it out. The child's mother runs up, picks him up, scoops him. Thank you so much. Oh my God, I thought I was gonna lose him. What is happening? And she just kind of looks up at the mail chute, just wondering how that could have happened. Thank you so much.
Who kind
Mm,
of just has like leans against the wall for a second, just catching his breath, like no problem.
Sivan just nods.
We're gonna
Wonderful.
try
And
our
as
best to stop this.
thank you, thank you. I think we're just gonna find a way, a safe place away from the chutes for now. Um, but thank you, thank you. And then she just kind of runs away. The little boy's head kind of peeks over her shoulder, and he just kind of snot on his hand and waves at you all with it dripping down his hand onto his arm.
Sivan's going to discreetly wipe her hands off on her hands.
uh,
Children.
Okay. As the three of you are standing there, to no surprise, you hear another crash coming from from a ways down the way towards the end of the mail chute.
I'm gonna look at the other two and see. We already helped one person.
Yep,
Are we
yep. Let's go.
okay?
Yeah, can I actually, so as a raiser, once per session, I can do a making amends roll. Um,
Yeah.
so it says once per session, when you've tried your best to prove that you are a different, better person now through your actions, um, I can roll and take a +1 for each yes to the following questions. Um, so I didn't make amends directly to a person that I harmed, and I'm clearly not at
Mhm.
my center. I'm veered off to the thing, but someone did honestly thank me for my efforts.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, I would say yes, absolutely. That is a way of making amends.
yeah,
Helping people.
and any of the people I've directly harmed are not around, so I don't think I can
hmm
do that. But I figure I should try this, so let's go. Oh, heck yeah! I got an 11. So that's a hit.
Beautiful. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead.
So on a hit, I feel the spark of hope. I am making progress. Um, I get to choose two of the following, where I can either clear a condition which I haven't yet. I can mark growth, which I don't know what that means. Maybe you can tell me. And shift my balance towards connection. So I definitely do want to shift my balance. So I'm getting
Yes.
more balanced. And then can you tell me what mark growth means?
I absolutely can. Give me a quick moment. And if I don't get an answer right away, because I'm checking my
I think it's
character's
for like
Kessler.
player advancement down at the.
hmm
I think it's on the second page
Okay.
of your character sheet.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I would like to mark a growth then. And then once that's full, I can take one of these growth advancements. Is that right?
I
Yes.
believe so.
Cool.
Is where did I put the cheat sheet?
Let's see. Everyone watching, I am also learning this system with everyone here, so we are all learning together.
That's why we do this, because
Do
otherwise,
not
how would
see it
we
on your
Absolutely.
learn?
cheat sheet, and I do not want to get up and grab the rule book to look it
Well,
up in
that's okay.
further depth.
Yeah.
Um, that's
At least not
fine.
right now.
I'm probably not going to make it and fill it in this one shot anyway. I was just curious.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. And anyway, let me pull up the cheat sheet here. As soon as you do that, I'd like you to, and oh my goodness, there's so many pages in my Google Drive. A cheat sheet. Um, I would like you to, let's see. Hmm. You know what? Never mind. We're gonna keep it just like that. Beautiful. Yeah. So, you marked your growth. Um, yeah, and so you guys are still hearing a crash. But Gu, you look over Savan and notice that she's standing a little bit taller.
Okay, I look at her, it's like, very well done, very well done, and you handled yourself quite well.
Thank you. I don't think I
And
like children.
take it from a teacher. Children are difficult. Children are difficult day and night. Hey, the fact you managed to get one to cooperate in a crisis is this is reward of itself.
Thank you. They're very sticky.
Which is why I
Aw,
prefer to teach the older ones.
So,
beautiful. And as you guys, oh, go ahead.
I just, you're not still sticky, are you?
I don't think I was ever sticky.
No, Sun Yu, I know you were never sticky, obviously. I'm asking
Oh,
Yeah.
Sun Yu if he's still sticky.
my parents wouldn't allow me to be sticky, so I'm pretty. I clean under my nails, you know.
So are you sticky sometimes now because your parents wouldn't let you be sticky?
I'm not sticky now, Savon. I'm okay. We can high five and I won't get your hands sticky.
I prefer that. Much obliged.
All right, no time
All
for
right.
congratulations. We have to continue.
Right, there are boulders falling from the sky.
Beautiful. All right. You all continue down, and as you hear more crashing, more screaming, it looks like a male chute, the one that might have been the one that caused all of this ruckus, has hit the end of the chute in question. It's crashed, and it looks like they're below, unsurprisingly, is once again the cabbage merchant. And before you all could arrive, it looks like that this male chute had fallen off, fallen straight into his cart, and knocked barrels rolling down into a sewer grate nearby. So he is in the same predicament, but this time his cabbages are gone. He's just sitting there pulling his hat off, throwing it, stomping on the ground, steam coming out of his ears. Oh, my cabbages! And before you all can respond, let's take a quick 15-minute break.
Oh, 10-minute break.
10 minute. Thank you, Katie.
All right, well, don't go anywhere, everyone. We will be right back. Hi, everyone, and welcome back. We hope you had a pleasant bathroom break, as we say in these parts. Ev, take it away.
Thanks, Katie. Yeah, absolutely. You guys are currently standing outside a sewer grate with the cabbage merchant. He is slowly falling into a fetal position on the ground because his cabbage crates have disappeared down the sewer. What are you guys doing?
Um, Savannah's just gonna cross her arms and watch him.
He's just kind of,
Just stand there menacingly.
He could have made one more sale before they went.
he pulls a
Uh,
paper bag out.
I, I'll I'll try to guide and comfort him. Can I do that?
Hey, yeah, sure. Roll harmony.
All right. Whoa, that's a 12 total.
Very nice. Okay, yeah. So, how do you comfort him? How do you kind of bring him back to reality?
I I think I'm just gonna put both my hands on his shoulders and be like, "Look, man, you've got to get it together. There's still a lot of stuff happening around you right now. I'm gonna give him the coin that I would have paid for the cabbage anyway, and I'd be like, you can still start anew. You can grow more cabbages. It's okay."
Cabbages are my life work, though. But my cabbages. Okay, okay. He just kind of sits up, cross-legged on the ground.
All right, let's get you to safety.
Okay, okay, okay. All right. Three of you are standing there with the cabbage merchant. He is now calmed down. When suddenly Maya runs into view. I thought I told you all to stay put, exactly where I told you to stay put.
Um,
Yes, but then people were in danger.
Savan looks stricken.
It's my fault. I ran off. They wanted to stay behind, and I there were people screaming. I'm sorry.
We did leave you a note.
I did see that, thank you. Very skillful bending to bend a smiley face or a frowny face in the side of a boulder, Savan. But next time, you know what? I'll give it to the three of you. You did well. You did well. You said that you saved someone's life.
I got very sticky.
All right. Well, at least you saved someone's life, Savan. So good for you. Maybe we I need to continue investigating what's going on here. It appears that this is the spot where it appears some intruders have decided to use the mail chute as a slip and slide or a slide. We frown upon that. We don't like people interfering with our mail system, but it appears to have caused quite a bit of ruckus and destruction. I'm sure you all saw firsthand. Um, Including, it appears, a shipment of spears has fallen from quite high into another person's home. Thankfully, they weren't hurt, but it looks like that the roof was also caved in. So I do need to report to my lieutenant. So you all are going to continue with me to the height of the city, if that is all right with you all. We're going to have to put a pin in our orientation for the day.
Yes, of course. I am eager to learn the lessons that we might from following the captain of the guard. Seems more beneficial than any orientation.
Agreed.
All right, all right. Well, I appreciate your enthusiasm. All right. Well, we'll follow along. And she just kind of starts to walk north, back where the way you all came.
As soon as she's not paying attention, Savan is going to lean towards Sunyu and say, "What is a slide?"
It's like you know what a slope is, so it's like a downward slope that children play on.
Children play on, and it is
Yeah. They
fun,
tend to be sticky. Yes, fun and sticky.
fun and sticky, fun
Yeah.
and sticky. She's just going to kind of like fall back and seem to be like marinating on that for a while.
uh, I'm going to uh, walk up to Maya and just ask her, uh, is did we find out who was on the side? What's King Boomy doing?
Unfortunately, I am not privy to that information, but it appears some outsiders somehow made their way in. I don't believe they are earthbenders. I'm only hearing tidbits of information, but we are going to find out now what's going on. The oddest thing, we don't hear this often. King Boomy. I'm sure you all have heard he is a bit, uh,
Powerful.
you know, um, but um, that as well. But he apparently requested that someone go down to the mines and bring up some shipments of geminite, which is odd because we do see them at feasts when people like to eat it as desserts, but there's no feast scheduled for today, so it's very odd that he ordered some Geminite up to top of the city. And she just kind of starts to like fall into thought as you all continue walking.
I'm just gonna follow along, giving my little fox aardvark a piggyback ride.
Adorable. Okay. All right, so you guys make your way up to the top of the city, where it looks like you're about to enter the Omashu Palace, where King Bumi resides. Outside the palace, there is like another wall. And let me see here. I thought I had a picture of it, but I do not. Apologies, guys. But yeah, inside the inner wall, you see the kind of the palace at the top of the city, and you start to enter. Okay. All right, you all. Stay right here for a moment. I'm going to come in and and speak to my lieutenant. If you could just, you know, stay here, I would appreciate it. And she walks in. You guys are currently outside the guard tower that is attached to the wall outside the palace. When suddenly, you hear a loud crash coming from the top of the palace. And Maya comes running out. What was that? What was that?
I think it came from the palace.
Oh geez. Okay. And she just starts to look around. You all take a look towards the palace and you notice something interesting. A very large creature is running out of the side of the wall of the palace. And you all are Earth Kingdom natives, so you are familiar with this type of creature, though it is not that common. You see a goat gorilla with two large saber teeth. And it actually has like a leather strap around, like a collar around its neck. And it's starting to run towards you all very quickly. What are you doing? Maya immediately braces herself in a bending
Uh,
stance. What are you all doing?
I'm going to, I think, step forward.
Mhm.
My background's from the wilderness, so I believe I have some sort of uh,
I did not pick it
special. I'm trying to find it. What wilderness's bonuses
while he's looking
to
that
taming animals?
while he's looking that up. Savine is going to um, take a quick look around to find a better vantage point, and then she's going to attempt to rapid tunnel to get to that vantage point.
Well done. Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, now rapid tunnel. That is is that defend and maneuver?
Yes, it is a defend and maneuver, and it is a learned. Uh,
Oh, very nice.
I think defend and
Okay.
maneuver is focus,
It
right?
is
It is
focus.
focus, and in order to use it, you have to roll a 10 or above because it is a learned
Okay.
technique.
Yep. Or above, and then you will have to mark a fatigue as well.
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna do.
That is a 10.
Well done. Yeah, you make that work. Okay, and
Think.
Keegan,
I think it's
what
just rely on
specifically
your
are you
skills and
doing?
training.
Rely on skills and training?
Um,
Because if you want to use your, I believe it's guide and comfort, you can do that as well.
okay, I have a +1 to both, so
Okay.
yeah, I'll roll for it.
And while you are rolling, Katie, what does it look like? What when you tunnel your way through?
Basically, she is going to put her hands together and twist them, and will suddenly twist in a circle and disappears into like she just it's like the earth just sucks her in. Uh, and then she's just like gone. She
Okay.
will
And
um
Keegan, what did you roll?
I rolled an 11
An
total.
11. Wow, nice roll, nice roll. Okay, so what are you doing to and you used guide and comfort, is that correct? Or did
Yeah,
you rely on skills? Okay, guide and comfort.
yeah, yeah.
What are you doing as this goat gorilla is coming barreling towards you?
I am going to uh, just, I think, make myself look a little smaller as to not like scare it, and just do like a
Hmm.
reach up like a whoa motion, and I think I'll maybe use a little earth bending to like narrow its view a bit by maybe raising
Okay.
some walls up so that
Well
it's not as
done.
frightened.
Beautiful. Okay, so walls are raising up right there. You're kind of signaling whoa. And Kessler, you said that you were doing something as Laungu. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do advance and attack and try to use my rock column technique to pin it in place.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll for that.
Yeah, advance and attack is passion. That's a +1, and if I succeed, I will need to mark a fatigue. Fatigue. That is. That's a 6. I do not
Okay.
succeed.
That is
Uh,
a-okay. All right. So, oh,
can I,
Keegan. Oh, go ahead.
since I'm here with him above ground, can I just take a fatigue to give him the help action to give him a plus
Um,
one?
hold off on that for just a second.
Okay, thank
Since you both are kind of doing your actions at the same time,
Yeah.
I was gonna my train of thought was whoever rolls highest is gonna succeed in stopping him. So, um, Laungu, as you go to try and pin him in place with your own earthbending, you just miss the goat gorilla, and he just kind of dives through the boulders you try to pin him in place with. And as Sun Yu starts to reach up and say "whoa" and narrow his view, the goat gorilla immediately just like hops, stops, sits in place, and then he suddenly opens his mouth and a very large tongue just kind of flops out of his mouth, and it's like 3 feet long, and he just completely up the side of your whole body, Sun Yu. So you are now coated in goat gorilla saliva. And then he just kind of starts wagging.
Um,
I'm gonna reach up and give him like a big scruffy shake.
um, re Savannah's gonna like
Oh boy, so
Oh,
you're
reappear.
Katie, I
okay?
think you.
Um,
I can't hear
oh,
you, Katie.
sorry, my cat can
There you go.
he will rub on my mic, and my mic has like a mute button on
Oh
it,
yeah.
so he often mutes me. Um, so is there like a ledge or anything, or is there just like a ceiling?
Yeah, so you guys are standing outside the guard tower. So Savan, when you tunneled your way up, let's just say you tunneled through the wall behind the guard tower and managed to stand up on like an earthen like sunshade above one of the windows. So you're like standing up on like a miniature balcony type thing, about 10 feet above the other two.
Okay, so I reappear up there and look down and see that this goat gorilla that I was trying to avoid because I was afraid I didn't want to get trampled and I wanted a better vantage point. And I see that it's just like licking my friend, and I'm gonna feel a little mildly embarrassed. But I will just I'll just like hop onto like the wall and kind of do like a little earth slide down, very Tarzan. Disney's Tarzan, I should specify, and slide back down and act like everything's normal as I walk up to Sun Yu.
I have a lot
Sun
of
Yu has a
experience
thick
in the wild.
coating.
Yeah, I'm sticky.
She's gonna
um,
wrinkle her nose.
yeah. Uh, I'm just gonna take my robe and just kind of wipe a little bit of the goo off, and just let him know uh, that usually they could be dangerous if they were wild, but this one has a leash on. He looks trained.
He just kind of starts to wiggle and pant a little bit more, and just kind of starts to like head bump you, like a dog would if they want scritches. Like
Oh, I give him scritches.
Maya comes running over. Flopsy was not supposed to escape. Oh my goodness, you all did so well in stopping him. Okay, okay. Whew. Okay. Can the three of you help me escort Flopsy back to King Bumi? I could use your help. He seems to like you, Sun Yu.
Of course.
Certainly.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Come here, Flopsy. Come here, Flopsy. And she just kind of starts to like she's like shaking all over. She appears to be very nervous around this animal. She's just like clapping her hands, and you can see like beads of sweat start to pop out on her forehead. She's just like, and then Flopsy just kind of stops panting, and then Maya just kind of starts to back away slowly.
Uh,
Come here, Flopsy.
Uh,
uh, go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'll help. I'll lead him on, and I'll have Petal, the little fox aardvark, trot in front of us, sort of playfully for Flopsy, and lead the way.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. So, you rolled an 11 on your harmony earlier, Keegan. So I'm gonna say that's still in play here since that's such a great roll. And you walk up near Maya, and with Petal in front of you, just kind of chittering along. Flopsy just starts panting again, and then follows you.
All right.
Phew. Okay. All right. Come on now. Let's head inside. Let's head inside. Okay. And then you all follow her inside the palace. As you all walk
Hmm.
inside the palace, you look like you're kind of heading into the entrance, the entryway of the palace. And it's quite beautiful. None of you have quite seen this much splendor before. It's an earthen palace, definitely built by ancient earthbenders. And you notice that the walls are almost tinted green, almost as if it's like laced with crystal. It's quite beautiful. Um, and something you all notice, and this is very common in earthen homes and buildings, is that there aren't any doors. Most doors are earth bent out of the way in the walls. And so you see a couple guards here and there kind of open and close some doors, some windows pop open as they peek out to check on Flopsy. And you all are kind of walking through. What are you doing? What are you thinking as you're walking through this very large entryway?
Hmm.
She's just taking us inside.
Mhm.
Are we like specifically going for a purpose going inside? Did she say?
Yes, Maya told you that she needs y'all's help to escort Flopsy back to King Bumi.
Okay, so you're potentially meeting King Bumi. Um, yeah, so Savannah is just like straightening her clothes, making sure like her headband is straight, and she's gonna lean towards Laungu and say, what is the appropriate protocol for meeting a king?"
Just, I would say, just be yourself. You're already very respectful. Oh, I think. Plus, King Boomy is known to be a little eccentric, so I do not think you have anything to worry about.
I don't know how to handle eccentric.
Just be yourself. You'll be okay.
Gunyu is also gonna walk up to Langu and be like, "How do I ask him to train
That I can't help you
me?" I'll wing it.
Oh,
with.
I
Maybe
don't know.
don't.
I don't know if that's a good idea. I mean, Langu, you just told me to be myself, which is respectful and controlled. So, Keegan, perhaps you can try to be more like me. Not Keegan,
I,
son you.
I can be respectful. I'm and controlled for sure.
Yes. So,
Absolutely.
may I assist you?
Uh, okay.
And she's just gonna start putting her hands on him, and like she like smooths his hair down, and she like starts like pushing on like different parts of his body to like get him to like stand straight, and it's almost like a chiropractor kind of like action. Like things just start like cracking. She like molds them up straighter and like gets his back straight, puts his shoulders back. Turns like his like even like knocks on his knees to get them to be like at a different angle. And then like moves his head until she's satisfied, and then lifts his chin up a little and says, "Okay, like that. Don't change a thing."
Sun
You may
Yu's
you may walk.
Sun Yu starts walking forward, kind of holding his breath too. Do I look controlled?
Yes, very controlled.
Very well. I'll continue on as is.
Savon, as you pull your hands back from Sunyu, you realize you've got goat gorilla saliva all over your hands.
Oh no.
She's just gonna look around for like something, anything that she could wipe her hands on.
While you're doing this, Flopsy just kind of turns his head.
And she looks at him. She goes, "No, no, no, mm-mm, no, mm-mm." And she's gonna very awkwardly pat his side. Good.
And as you do, you he's on all fours, and you manage to give him like the good old butt pat. So he just kind of starts to move his butt towards you
No,
for more
mm-mm,
butt
no,
pats.
no. And she's gonna veer towards Sunny. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
uh, I'm just I'll get in between. I'll pat his butt for him, but I'm still holding my breath. So
Okay. If
You,
this was D&D, I would have you roll a athletics check to see if, or like a dex saving throw to see if he knocks you down or not. But
Sunny,
he pushes his butt into you, Sunyu.
okay,
Sunny, you may
I'll
breathe.
fall over. Okay, I'll breathe. I fall over. I'll immediately stand back up.
Beautiful. All
Behave for the
right.
king. Behave for the king.
You guys reach a very large wall that's even tinted more green. And as you do, you see it open up completely. And when you do, another guard walks past you all and Maya. And he appears to be escorting three people, as well as a small animal, and what appears to be a small, like a young boy with a bald head and a blue arrow tattooed to his forehead. And he's wearing yellow and orange clothing. And behind him appear to be two people from a waterbending tribe, just kind of following along. And Aang, you all don't know who he is, but I know out of character you all know who he is. But the
What?
little
Who's
boy
A?
in front is just kind of giggling a little bit and just kind of chuckling to himself. And then the two waterbending teenagers behind him appear to be in like some kind of heated argument with each other as they walk past you all down the hallway. Um, and you guys walk into the big room ahead of you where they just exited. You look like you're in a very long, narrow throne room, kind of tinged with green. And you see a couple guards at the door in the front and a couple more earthbenders just kind of lining the hall there. And there is an empty throne at the far end of the room. Maya escorts you all in. Okay, normally he's always here, but he doesn't appear to be. So you all stay right here. Stay with Flopsy. I will be right back. Okay?
All
Okay.
right.
Sound good? Yes, and you. Yes, respect. Okay, and then she just kind of leaves the room. And the three of you are alone with Petal and Flopsy and a couple of other Earthbenders lining the room. Nobody's paying a whole lot of attention to you all, but what are you doing while you're waiting?
I think after the excitement of earlier today, Langu is kind of just gonna, just like, not so much sit, but he's gonna kind of like just relax his stance and just like start doing some breathing exercises, just meditating for a bit.
All right, yeah, about 10 minutes goes by when suddenly you all hear a loud noise come from the other side of the room. Just in front of the throne, it looks like a hole opens up in front of the throne, and a very large man with a very long cloak with like a bit of fur around the edges of it. He appears to be shirtless, and he has like this very makeshift like earthen crown on. One of his eyes appears to be squinted, and the other one appears to be popping out of his head a little bit. He's got a couple big teeth, and he only has like a fringe of white spiky hair just kind of around, with a very large shiny bald spot that looks like it could be like mirror reflective on the top of his head. ah, there's Flopsy, and then the goat gorilla goes bounding across the room, and I want you guys to forgive me for because I can never live up to Boomy's actual voice, but Flopsy goes
Perfect.
bounding across
You're
the
good.
room towards Boomy, and Boomy just kind of flops himself on the chair, and then the very large goat gorilla, who looks to be twice or three times the size of Boomy, jumps into his lap and is perching there. Now, how can I help you all? You appear to have brought my Flopsy back to me, and I hear you're initiates with the guard orientation program. What brings you here today, and how can I reward you?
um, Savant's just gonna look at Sun Yu because she knows this is his dream.
Uh, may I speak, sir?
She's gonna
Isn't
give
that
him a
what I
thumbs up.
said?
Uh, King Bumi. Uh, I didn't come to the city to join the guard. I was hoping you could train me, actually.
You want to be trained by me, young man? Absolutely. Well, have I got the perfect
Salute.
task then for you? And he just kind of starts to rub his hands together and laugh a little bit. And he suddenly comes walking up to the three of you. He's standing right in front of you, very close. He gets very close to all three of you in your faces.
Savant stands very straight.
He grabs all three of you and pulls you together close to him in his arms. You guys are very uncomfortably close to each other and King
Yep.
Boomy, who smells oddly of sauerkraut for some reason. But he
Sure, why
pulls you
not?
in close. And he have I got a fun challenge for you? And suddenly the floor opens up beneath all four of you, and you go sliding downwards. And you all, as you slide for a lot longer than you feel like you should be, but you slide for about maybe 15 to 20 seconds when suddenly you find yourself a little bit chilly and like in this old cave with like stalactites and stalagmites. And there's like a faint green glow coming from around all of you. He goes, "Prove your worth," and beckons to a very large, like earthen cube on the other side of the cave that doesn't appear to be attached to anything. It's just kind of floating in midair. And he just kind of like flops himself on the ground. Flopsy just kind of sits next to him. He just kind of starts scritching. Get inside it.
uh, okay. How high off the ground is it?
Just by taking a look, go ahead and you can roll me assess the situation. Roll your creativity.
All right. Whoa, that's a 12 actually. Wow.
Wow, very nice. Yeah, you can if you want to assess two different things here because you rolled a 12, please do.
Yeah. What's the cube look like it's made of? Like, can we bend it? Or and how high off the ground is it?
It looks like it's made of earth. Um and it looks to be about probably 6 to 8 feet off the ground.
Oh, that's not too bad. Uh, I'll try to bend it open then and get inside.
Okay. Do you want to use one of your fighting techniques or are you just going to rely on your skills and training?
Um, I do have a technique that turns
Sure.
earth into mud, so I'll do that.
Okay.
Let me see.
And what is your
That's
level of mastery?
that is learned.
Learned. Okay. So
Yeah.
10 plus on that.
Oh shoot. Okay. All right, here we go. Nope, that's an 8.
8. Okay. Yeah. So you notice like on the corner of the very large earthen cube, it kind of just like starts to swirl into mud and then like solidifies almost immediately. And you
Okay.
are going to take one level of fatigue.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Am I the only one trying this, or are my friends
No, I was trying to
helping?
give Kessler a moment.
mm,
I'm also going to try to assess the situation.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll, and that is creativity.
Yeah, my creativity's like fine. Oh, amazing. That is a 12.
12, beautiful. So that is two different things you can assess. Are
Yeah.
there two specific things you're looking for?
Yeah, I see this list of questions. Um,
Sure.
so I guess like can I ask, do I have to ask them both at the same time, or can I ask one and then ask the next after I hear your answer?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Does there seem to be like a best way into the cube?
Looking at it, it looks like a perfect earthen cube. So there's no way in, there's no way out. It's just like if someone were to cut like a perfect ice cube made of earth, like in front of you. So there's really no, you can't gather if there's any weak or strong spots here.
Okay, and it's like you said it was like suspended, so it's not like touching any of the other
Mhm.
surfaces. Okay.
Right.
Um, hmm. It feels like this must be something unusual and not just like it looks like standard Earth, but it must not be if King Bumi is asking this question. So what should I be on the lookout for?
And you are asking this of Boomy?
No, this is my second assessment
Okay, you
situation.
got it, Suspend. So what you should you be looking out for? You are familiar with Boomy and his tactics. Most people in the Earth Kingdom are. He's very old, so his antics are very well known. You know that he prefers solutions that aren't obvious.
Okay. Um, I'm going to lean towards Laungu and say, and basically pass that on to him. Like there must be a way to do this that isn't as obvious as, sorry, Sunyu, turning it into mud.
Hmm.
As
So,
you all are sitting there thinking, you hear King Boomy. He just kind of flopped on the ground. He is now laying on his back. He's thrown his cloak off and his legs are crossed. Remember, what Jing do you use when you earthbend?
What do you say? What do I
What
use?
He
jing do
said,
you use?
Oh,
It's been a bit since I've seen the show. I'm trying to remember all the jings. Think
you guys need some help. It's positive, negative, and neutral Jing.
yeah, neutral jing is the foundation of earthbending. So I think that's just doing nothing. But I want. Mm,
um,
uh,
I almost want to just like go up on top of the cube and just sit on it and do nothing.
that's what I was
do
thinking.
it. Go for it, Langu.
Yeah.
Yes, I think I'm
How would you
just
like to
gonna
get yourself up there?
mm, think. I don't have anything. mm, I think I'm gonna try relying on skills and training. I think I'm just gonna try to start like make earthbending just some very shoddily makeshift stairs to try and walk up to the top of the cube.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll for it.
I think yeah. So relying on skills and training is focus. Focus I is a good stat for me, and the dice are even better. That
Yay.
9 plus 2. That is 11.
Well done. Yeah, you managed to earthbend perfect steps. So you do it so well that the steps actually disappear underneath your feet as you step off
Oh,
of
that's
them.
even better. Self-cleaning
So
stairs.
so you it's beautifully done and Boomy just kind of slowly and then you go and you perch yourself on top of the cube.
Yeah, just sit. I just sit top of the cube, just just start meditating again. Just like, maybe just sit on it. My weight will just push it down.
Okay. All right, and while you're doing this, Sun Yu and Savon, are the either of you doing anything?
Go back up to you, Sinu.
Uh, I was going to observe to see if Laungu's technique was going to work. Waiting to see if it would absorb him.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, as you both watch Laungu at the top of the cube, Laungu, you start to feel like a little bit of like a shaking, trembling coming from underneath you as you sit on top of it. And you look behind you and you notice coming from the top of the cube, like popping out of the earth is suddenly a spiked, like very slightly luminescent, like crystal starts to pop out the top, and the cube just kind of starts to crack open around it a little bit.
Hmm. Okay.
Seeing that this seems to be causing something to happen, Savon's gonna try to follow him up. She is going to shoot two of her like earth gauntlets into the side of the cube, and then run and like use those to like grab onto and like pull
Oh,
herself up.
cool. Yeah, like handholds. I love it. Go ahead and roll for your skills
Literally
and training.
handholds.
Literally grab. Oh, offering yourself a helping hand or two. I love it. I love it.
That's a 10.
10, beautifully done. Yeah, you do it very easily. You guys are rolling great tonight.
It's not my
Hmm.
usual. Feels very nice.
And
Awesome. Yeah, so you guys make your way to the top of the cube. And what are you doing, Sun Yu?
I was just gonna erect a pillar under my feet and get up there.
Beautiful. Yeah, go ahead and rely on your skills and training.
All right. 7, just barely.
7. Okay, yeah. So it you managed to get it up high enough where you can grab the top of the cube with your hands. And you're hanging off the side as your pillar scoots back down. Uh, are you going to take a level of fatigue or do you want to accept the consequences?
Um, Savannah will see this and will put out her hand to help him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna take a level of fatigue, Savon, and you're gonna help him up onto the top of the cube.
Thank you.
Okay.
You are welcome. And she's gonna sit back and she's I've got 2 levels of fatigue at this point, so she's looking a little peaky.
Mm,
You are able to, let's see, where is it? There is, I know that there is a feature that you guys have, like a technique to relieve your fatigue levels. I'm not seeing it right now. Let's see.
I believe guide and comfort can clear
Guide and,
fatigue as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I might have
So
read through you too fast.
I'll just I'll put a hand on Savant's back and I'll just say, "You're doing a really good job. You seem a little stiff, but you've been really helpful to both me uh, and Omashu in general." And can I roll guide and comfort?
You absolutely can. That's a harmony modifier.
All right. Yeah, that is a 10. Wow, I am rolling
Wow,
really
we
well.
really are.
Nice.
And Savannah's just gonna kind of look at you wide-eyed and say, "Really? You think that I'm being helpful to this city?"
Of course, you helped that boy out. Um, and I believe that you can clear a condition or 2 fatigue.
Mhm. And you don't have a condition, so you can clear both of your fatigue levels. Beautifully done.
Oh,
Okay.
and
As
it
you
says I
all, oh, go ahead.
sorry, it says on a 10 I can also shift your balance.
Yeah, that
Uh,
makes narrative sense.
yeah. So towards what was it?
Connection.
Uh, yeah.
Connection.
So
Aw.
yeah, so she's
Yeah.
like you've got your hand on her shoulder, and so she's just gonna like lift her hand and like pat your hand too, and it's a little awkward, but it is well meant. And now I'm in balance. So I don't know what
Yay.
that does for me, but I think that means that I can do one of those moment of balance things if
Yes,
it
you
calls
can.
for it. Yeah.
Yes, you can. Great job, you guys. All right. And as you all are standing on top of the cube, you notice like it'll only the tip of this crystal had kind of started to burst from the top of the earth. But now it's like the earth almost appears to be falling off the sides of it. When Boomy suddenly you see that he kind of slams his hand down on the ground and three pillars rise up out of the ground and grab the three of you as the cube falls apart beneath you and brings you all down to the ground very safely. Um, Wonderful. You guys all completely revealed my Geminite farm underneath my cube. So now our dessert for the feast tonight is saved. Thank you all. And he just kind of walks up to the Geminite. This just like giant, like almost like cavernous towers of crystal that was revealed by this huge cube falling apart around it. He snaps off the top and takes a giant chunk of bite off the top of it and just crunches loudly. You should try it. It's made of rock candy.
I try one.
Yes, it tastes very good.
Savan has never had candy, and she is very hesitant, but watches Sun Yu closely to see what he does, and then copies
Gotcha.
Langu's like, kind of looks at us like, no, thank you. I am trying to watch my figure.
him.
All right. And Maya comes from behind and says, "Oh my goodness, King Bumi, I'm so sorry to bother you. They were under my charge all day today, but um, thank you. Flopsy has returned safe and sound, but I can take them away now." And you just hear King Boomy just kind of start cackling, his cackle like, and then just kind of earth bends himself into the ground with Flopsy, and the three of you are left there with Maya. I think that's quite an orientation for the day, I would say. Um,
Oh, right, we're supposed to be in orientation.
I didn't even finish the tour with the three of you. Um, more beads of sweater just popping
I
out on her
mean,
head
we
as she
got to
just
meet
looks
the
incredibly
king of
stressed.
Omashu. I feel like that's a bit of a step up.
It was wonderful, Maya. Thank you. Thank you.
I do feel quite oriented.
Well, wonderful. I think you three, if you decide to stay on with us, will be wonderful, wonderful additions to our team here in Omashu. But maybe we'll finish the tour tomorrow. But why don't we go enjoy some dinner? Don't you think?
All right.
Wonderful. All right, you guys follow Maya to the guard tower at the front of the city. And you hear rumors that the Avatar is in this city, and King
Hmm.
Bumi is setting some challenges for him on the next day. Um, and you all are looking forward to hearing about it later. But that is our session, and thank you guys so much for joining.
Yay, thank you, Ev. Banger of a
Fun.
session. This is super fun.
Yay, I'm so glad.
I especially loved the call out to having Aang and the gang present in our session. That was really a really nice touch.
Oh,
Yeah, I
good.
love
I'm so
that.
glad.
I was I was so excited when I initially diverted the boulder from the cabbages. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
we saved the cabbages, and then the cabbages were immediately destroyed after. Like, ah,
They're
I almost
doomed
had it.
cabbages. We tried really
It
hard
looked
as a
cool though.
team.
They're doomed
You did a
cabbages.
great
Mm,
job.
you did. You really did. All right. Well, thank you, Ev, for an awesome session. Thank you, Keegan and Keegan and Kessler, for being part of it and being awesome players as well. And thank you to anyone who is watching this. We're glad that you tuned in. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. This is a little teaser. To a tabletop turntable longer mini series that we will be doing of Avatar Legends. I'm not sure. Ev, do you know when that's supposed to start?
I believe April, but I have no idea on a date, but I'm sure y'all will post that soon.
Sure. Yeah, sometime
Yeah.
in April. So if you enjoyed this and you like the Avatar, then I hope you will tune in for that as well. Um, Gosh, next Tuesday, I think we are back with Secret Agent Barbie. That is a Never Stop Blowing Up campaign. I'm in that one as well. It is top tier chaos. So if you enjoy top tier chaos, if you enjoyed the Barbie movie, and even if you're just bored and don't have anything to do next Tuesday night, please stay and watch us. um, think that's it. Give us a follow on our accounts you'll see on the next screen. And as I mentioned before with Discord, if you want to be involved in any of our games, that's how you do it. And buy our merch. You'll see that link as well. All right. Well, for Ev, Keegan, Kessler, and myself, everyone have a great night and never stop playing. Bye, y'all.